Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Let's start with the topic. In the yesterday's video, we have discussed about the properties of the different type of parallelogram as well as quadrilateral. Now we are going to do the question which are based on those properties. This figure is given to be a parallelogram. Name is not given, but if you want to give the name, you can do. Now we want to find the missing angles x, y and z here. As you can see that it is a parallelogram. So this line is parallel to this line. If these two lines are parallel and this will act as a transversal, so can we say that angle y is equal to angle z? And this angle is given to be 30 degree. Then how you will find this angle y, z and x? In the question it is given that this angle is 90. If this angle is 90, so can we say that angle x is also 90 by vertically opposite angle? Angle x 90 we have got. Now this is a triangle. This angle is 90 degree. So can we find this angle y by angle sum property? So angle y plus 90 plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. So y we will get from here is 60 degree. If y is equal to 60, then z is also 60 by alternate interior angles. Now let's start with the second question. This angle is given 80. You have to find x, y, z. This figure is a parallelogram. As you can see that this is a parallelogram, so this side is parallel to this side, and the angle z and 80, they have one relation of parallel line, that is they are corresponding angles. So we have got angle z as 80 degree, and this is a parallelogram. So can we say that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal? This is the property that we have discussed yesterday also. So angle y is equal to 80 degree. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Now we have got z, y. You have to find x. These two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel, and this is a transversal. So can we say that angle x plus 80 degree is equal to 180 degree? Sum of adjacent angle, or you can say co-interior angles on the same side of transversal. From here we will get x is equal to 100 degree. If x is 100, then can we say that this angle 1 is also 100? Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Question number 3 is, again the parallelogram is given, opposite sides are given, and let's use the property of the parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. That means 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. 3y is equal to 27. Y you will get here as 9. If you compare the another pair, 3x is equal to 18. This will give you x is equal to 6. So we have got value of x and y. Question number 4. Again parallelogram is given, and use the property of parallelograms related to the diagonal. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. You must have listened about the two terms. One is bisect and other is intersect. Like two lines are cutting each other at one point, that means they are intersecting. But if they are cutting each other at equal distance, means they are dividing each other into two equal parts. That means they are bisecting each other. And here we are having the property diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means this half a portion must be equal. That is 16 is equal to x plus y. 20 is equal to y plus 7. This will give you y is equal to 13. And if you put value of y here, you will get x as 3. Next is exercise 3.4. In this question number 2 is you have to give the name of the quadrilateral whose four sides are equal. So we have two figures whose sides are equal. One is rhombus and other is square. So both can be the answer because we are not sure. No other property is given. So these can be the answer. These two can be the answer. Next is you have to give the name of the figure whose four angles are right angles. You have to give the name of the quadrilateral whose all the four angles are right angle. So in this again we are having two answers. One can be square and other can be rectangle. So these type of question are for the 1 mark. They are reasoning based question. Now let's discuss the type of the quadrilateral which are having these property. First, you have to name the quadrilateral whose diagonal bisect each other. So we have parallelogram. We know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Diagonal of square also bisect each other. Rectangle, and next is rhombus. So these four quadrilateral has this property that diagonals bisect each other. So if you write any of the one answer, your answer will be correct. Next is second part, diagonal perpendicular to each other. Diagonal perpendicular to each other. So diagonals of rhombus and square are perpendicular to each other. Means they bisect each other at right angle. Next is diagonals are equal. So this is square and rectangle. The answer can be square and rectangle because the diagonals of the square and rectangle are of always equal length. You have to name the quadrilateral whose all the angles are equal. Their length, their measurement should be equal. So the answer will be square and rectangle because all we know that according to the property of square and rectangle, all of the angles of square and rectangle are of 90 degree each. Next, whose diagonals are equal. So this is repeated. So the answer is square and rectangle. Next, whose diagonals are equal bisect each other at right angle. So this is the property. It is having three property. First is diagonals are equal. Second, diagonals bisect each other. Third, they should bisect at right angle. So it is the square which possess all the three properties. Next is name the quadrilateral which is not a parallelogram but one pair of equal angles. Means one pair of opposite angles are equal. One pair of opposite angles should come here. Opposite angle should be equal. So this is kite because kite is not a parallelogram but whose pair of adjacent sides are equal and one pair of opposite angle must be equal. Next is whose diagonals are equal and bisect each other. Diagonals की length equal होनी चाहिए और bisect करने चाहिए. So the answer can be rectangle and square. अगर ऑप्शन में आपके पास रेक्टेंगल हो एमसीक्यू टाइप में यू विल टेक रेक्टेंगल. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द असाइनमेंट. In the first question, you have given the case of a regular polygon whose ratio of exterior angle with the interior angle is 1:4. Earlier, we have discussed this question with the ratio method. Now, we have one more easy method. You have given the ratio of exterior to the interior as 1:4. So, can we find the sum of ratio? Sum of ratio 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Sum of ratio we have got 5 and we know that these two angle is forming linear pair. So sum of angles is 180 degree. So can we find these angle one by one with the ratio method? So the first angle 1 we are finding, that is exterior angle. I am writing here exterior angle is 1 upon 5 into 180. This will give you 36. In the question, you have to find the number of sides of a regular polygon. So no need to find the interior angle. But if you want to find, you can directly subtract this 36 degree from 180. The sum of these two angles is 180. If you subtract 36 degree, you will left with the interior angle. But no need to find here because we have another method. Yesterday we have discussed the formula that number of sides of a regular polygon is equal to 360 upon each exterior angle. So 360 upon 36, that will give you number of sides as 10. So we have got number of sides 10. Now let's start with question number 4 of the assignment. In the question number 4, you have given reed is a rectangle. So as it is a rectangle, so we can use the properties of the rectangle. First property is opposite side are equal and parallel. Regarding the diagonals are of equal length and they bisect each other, but not at 90 degrees. So it has two property related to the diagonal. Diagonals are of equal length and they bisect each other. So this is angle 60 degree which is formed between the bisection of the two diagonals. You have to find EAR. First is EAR. We want to find this angle. Now this angle is 60. So by the linear pair, can we say that this angle is 120? As you know that diagonals ED and diagonal A are of equal length. So if the length of the diagonals are equal, then can we say that half of ED is equal to half of AR? तो अगर आप इस पूरे AR का हाफ करते हो या ED का हाफ करते हो, then you will get the length of, give it O, so you will get OE is equal to OA. क्योंकि पूरी लेंथ अगर इक्वल है तो दोनों का हाफ ऑफ भी क्या होगा, इक्वल. तो मैंने लिख दिया OE is equal to OA. That means these two length of this triangle AOE are equal. If the two sides of a triangle are equal, can we say that it is isosceles triangle? And if the two sides are equal, then the angle opposite to equal side are also equal. So can we give this angle as X? Give these two angle as X each. Now with the angle sum property, can we say that angle 120 plus X is equal to 180 degree? We will get X as 30 degree. So we have got the value of X as 30. So your first angle is 30 degree. Next is RAD. This we want to find. Yes, listen. We know that each angle of a rectangle is 90. ये पूरा 90 है, ये 30 है. अगर आप पूरे 90 में से ये 30 सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दो तो आपके पास ये एंगल कितना आ जाएगा, 60 डिग्री. तो ये आपके पास आ गया 60. नेक्स्ट इज ROD. This we want to find. As you know that this angle is 120 degree and both of these are vertically opposite angle. So can we write here ROD equal to 120 degree vertically opposite angle. Next is question number 9. In question number 9, we want to find the number of non-overlapping triangles in polygon of n side. If we talk about a polygon of 3 side, that is equilateral triangle, we want to find the number of triangles, and triangles will be formed if you join the non-consecutive vertex. As you see that here I am having 3 vertex. This vertex is already joined with the 2 consecutive vertex. So we are not having any non-consecutive vertex. That means this triangle, equilateral triangle, don't have any non-overlapping triangle. So it has only one triangle. If we want to check, we can check with the formula. We have one formula, n minus 2. As you can see that it is having 3 sides. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So it is having only one triangle. No other triangle is formed here. If we talk about square, and we will join this diagonal by joining the 2 non-consecutive vertex, we are having 2 triangles. Now let's verify this with the same formula, n minus 2. 4 sides are here. Put n is equal to 4. 4 minus 2 will give you 2. So here I am having 2 triangles. So this is the formula for finding the non-overlapping triangles within a polygon of n side. Okay, with this we are end with the revision of chapter Understanding Quadrilateral. Okay student, see you in the next video. Have a nice day.